Welcome to Quarterback Film Room Week 1 NFL. I have my IPA in hand this evening. The Patriots-Steelers game just finished up. And I'm just sipping on an IPA, and let's talk some football Week 1 here. So, right off the bat, I live in Minneapolis. I watched the Vikings-Falcons today. Was taken away at how well the Vikings played defensively from the jump. Like, they were getting in Matt Ryan's face from the first play of the game through, say, like the third quarter, maybe into the fourth quarter at some point, and then the Falcons were able to pile up garbage yards late because this game was not close ever. Like, the Falcons got just manhandled by a host of Viking defenders. The Vikings blocked a punt early when the Falcons had a 4th and 2 opportunity on their first drive, and I'm thinking, maybe you want to go for it here. They don't. They elect a punt, it gets blocked, and then the Vikings go down and score quick on a Kirk Cousins to Adam Thielen touchdown reception on an over route out of a bunch formation play action. So the Gary Kubiak offense picking up where it left off preseason. Now they sputtered a little bit, but the offense looks really good. A well-oiled machine. Dalvin Cook looks like a top 3 running back in the league. I mean, he's just electric. He runs well. He has tremendous vision. He catches the football. Kirk Cousins threw 10 passes today. Like, this game was over early. And that place got rocking, but the Vikings are 1-0. Dirk Cutter, I said this in the preseason, I thought he looked burned out as a coach. I thought, maybe his, last 2-3 years in Tampa, all the stress just sort of got to him. He's probably in his early 60s at this point. He looked burned out a little bit. He still looks good, but he did look a little burned out earlier on. Early on today with the Falcons' passing game, conceptually, they were not on point. Matt Ryan was seeing gray often, not a lot of separation, not a lot of that Kyle Shanahan deception. Even Steve Sarkisian was able to do a little bit more, I think, than even we saw today with Cutter in terms of opening things up for the offense. Ryan's numbers were good at the end of the day, but he did not play well in terms of a down-by-down synopsis of what happened. So that's the game that I watched live. I came back, I watched the Chargers-Colts in the afternoon game. Watched the majority of the second half of that game. Second quarter spurts of that. But I had some things that I needed to actually do after that Viking game, so I was gone for a little bit. But that game, it's just that Chargers stadium. Every time I watch a Chargers home game, I'm like, what is this? Like, are they seriously playing an NFL football game in this stadium? But, like, honestly, it seems like the players actually like playing in that thing. Like, as weird as that sounds, it's like a semi-pro soccer stadium that has been turned into an NFL stadium now for, this last year of it. But Jacoby Brissett, okay, there were a lot of people asking me, a lot of my friends, a lot of people here, on here asking me, about Jacoby Brissett. Is there going to be a drop-off? Should they take the Chargers defense? Even my brother asked me that. I'm like, dude, no. Jacoby Brissett is not going to – he's going to be fine. Like, he's going to put up numbers this year. Frank Reich used to coach for the Chargers. It's like they're not laying an egg in this game. So I knew it was going to be close. I wasn't completely sure about Rivers and then, and how that Charger offense would do. I wasn't necessarily concerned about Melvin Gordon being out. But I wasn't sure if Rivers would have a day, and he did, for the most part. He made some elite throws down the middle of the field, timing and anticipation, classic Rivers, getting the ball out to his guys in space. So, and then when the game went to OT, Rivers just basically took over and made some big throws early to set the Chargers up, and then obviously they finished it with Austin Eckler just running down the middle for that touchdown. So I watched that game. Later on, I was able to go on Game Pass and I watched full replays of both the Browns-Titans and the Rams-Panthers. Watched a little bit of the Seahawks-Bengals game. But with the Browns-Titans game, Baker Mayfield played well for the first half. Like, the fact that the Browns got down a little bit. It wasn't necessarily on Mayfield. He took a safety late, but by and large, he was efficient. He was on time. He was on schedule with stuff. First quarter, second quarter, um, ran into some trouble in the third quarter. He was pressured all day. Freddie Kitchens just made Mayfield stand back in the shotgun, force him to be a pocket quarterback. I mean, it's not even like the other team forced him to do this. This was Freddie Kitchens saying, or maybe it was Todd Monken, their new offensive coordinator, saying, we're going 4 wide, we're going 11 personnel trips, we're going to go 5 wide, we're going to give you 5 options to throw the football, put you in the shotgun all day. The Titans are going to rush 4, and they're still going to get to you. And then behind that, the Titans are going to play coverage, and they're going to mix up their coverages, and they're going to show one thing pre-snap, and then they're going to play zone under coverage and try to fool you, Baker Mayfield, post-snap. That's exactly what happened, particularly in the second quarter. Now, him and Odell Beckham were able to do some damage early. Like, they had something going there in the second quarter. Like, they were getting hot together. But then, second half, Mayfield in the shotgun all day. He's getting hit. He starts making bad decisions. He starts just forcing the ball, just doing some crazy stuff. I'm just like, jeez. And that thing went south in a hurry. Ends up being like 43-13. On that last pick, which was a pick 6, the Titans returned for a touchdown, and a fan in the end zone wearing a Mayfield jersey starts pouring beer on all the Titans who are doing the Lambeau Leap in Nashville, or rather in Cleveland, and they start pouring beer on the Titans players. So that was classy. But, on the other end of it, Marcus Mariota played pretty good. He got hit as well. The Titans offensive coordinator was elite in this game. He was really designing some really creative concepts that allowed Mariota to get the ball out fast to guys that were schemed open, essentially. And Mariota did that. He was tough today. He got hit, but he stayed in there and he kept fighting. It was an efficient performance for Mariota. The Titans' defense was just the deciding factor. But the offense was able to gain steam in the second half, though. So, so the Browns have some issues. But again, I really don't understand why they just let their own quarterback, Mayfield, be a sitting duck in the pocket as opposed to using his mobility, simplifying his reads, rolling him out, all that type of stuff, under center play action, stuff that he was successful last year at. So my hunch is that maybe that was Todd Monken. So then I also went back and I watched Rams-Panthers. Jared Goff was not good today. He did not play well. He looked just average. Cam Newton played okay. He got hot in spurts. He got streaky in spurts. He was missing guys early, though. Really was. He was able to sort of find his groove there in the second quarter and, parts of the third and fourth. So, but that Panthers offense is a work in progress. Christian McCaffrey is a beast. Like, he can do everything. He's just an unbelievable route runner. He runs over people. He can just run away from you. He's smart as a tack. Like, that dude is unbelievable. And then, so the Rams didn't look that good.